Hey guys, this is part three of all these movies that I can't fit into two parts of 20 minutes. Let's see, what number did we start off on? 25, 2019. Oh man, I'm sorry. 14. This is 1 4. You can't see my finger. What am I doing? 14. That is Inglorious Dirty Word. Yeah, this movie. I could put Quentin Tarantino's movies. I could put all of them on this, but I'm not going to for the lack of um, better terms. I don't want this to be like a Tarantino fest. You know I love Tarantino, but you should be proud of me because I only put two in here. But Inglorious, this movie, um, I loved it. It changes history, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I think dialogue. Speaking of dialogue, you know Tarantino loves to put dialogue in his movies. His movies are very dialogue driven. Um, this has the best dialogue of any of his movies, including any movie that he's made, and including Pulp Fiction, including Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, blah 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 blah. This has the best talking that I've ever seen in a movie. I loved it. I loved Brad Pitt as the guy just wanting to get Nazi scalps. Um, Gosh, I can't talk enough about this. I do have this on Blu-ray. This is the DVD, but I do have it on Blu-ray. It's up top. You can't see it, but I got the Tarantino XX box set. It's in there. I didn't feel like dragging that out when I could just show you this. I love this cover, and Jordan, I'm very jealous of you because you have the Steelbook, and I want it. One day I want to drive up 5.5 hours from where you live from me. I'm going to break into your house one day when you're gone. I'm going to steal that and come back home. And you're not going to have it. You're going to sit there and you're going to, snuggle up to your wife and cry. Um, this is getting really weird. But if you haven't seen this movie, you've got to. If you're a Tarantino fan, you've never seen this movie, there's something wrong with you. Um, I can't speak of how great the dialogue is in this movie. And the action, I mean, there's not a lot, but there is some, and it is fantastic when you get it. You get that Tarantino violence. There's a lot of subliminal. Let me change that. There's a lot of hidden messages and hidden secrets in this movie that start from the beginning, and you have little things. Tarantino does that in a lot of his movies that you don't realize. You have to go back and watch over and over again. Things that one character is, something about their character, and something that pops up in some other part of the movie that you wouldn't catch the first time you watch it, but the second time you watch it, you see something. I'll give you an example about this movie. In this movie, it starts off on a dairy farm, and in that scene, you got Hans Landa, played by Christoph Waltz, and he's talking to this dairy farm owner, and he's talking to him in different languages because he likes to do that, and he's trying to find out where he's keeping the Jews that work on this dairy farm, and he eventually tells them where they're at, and one of them escapes. Now that is a young girl, and she's running away in the distance, and you kind of have the feeling that Christoph Waltz has seen her face. So you get to the second act of the movie, and they meet up again. But this time, she's kind of suspicious. They wind up going to dinner with a bunch of people because she goes out on a date with this Nazi soldier, and Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz, is there as well, and they sit there, and it's very awkward for her, and this whole time you may get that, you don't know, you're gonna get that sense that is anything gonna happen, but at the end of the movie, I mean not at the end of the movie, at the end of this scene, they talk to each other, and she says, you gotta try their apple pie because it is one of the best apple pies you'll ever taste, and you sit there, and you're kind of suspicious, because like it's a really tense moment, and they bring out the apple pie, and the waitress asks if she wants cream, and she says, no, I don't want any cream, and she's like, and Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz, puts his hand out, he's like, you must try the cream. The cream is the best part. And he's kind of got that weird kind of like, that weird smirk. He's like, you've got to try the cream. And that symbolizes, does he know that this is this girl that escaped from him in the beginning of the movie that was on the dairy farm? Is that kind of him like messing with her? It's like, you've got to try the cream. But Tarantino does that a lot in his movies that you just don't realize the first time around. You gotta watch for stuff like that, and that's why to me, Tarantino is the best director, best writer ever. Period. And today or past, he is the best. So, like I said, this has got a lot of stuff like that in it. Really cool movie. Check it out. Next on the list is 13. So we're going to 13, and that is Jaws, another movie that I can't talk a whole lot about because if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know why you're watching this video because you obviously have no interest in movies at all. No, I'm just playing with you guys. But Jaws is a classic. Jaws is what started the blockbuster, craze. Steven Spielberg, his first big budget movie. This is not his first movie. This is his second movie. A lot of people think this is his first. He made another one, and I can't remember the name of it because who does? But anyway, you got to check Jaws out because, gosh, and I love this cover. The digibook is so shiny and glossy. You get the really cool documentary, about the Shark Still Works making of Jaws. If you can find this anywhere, you've got to pick this up. Man, it's just a good monster movie, a good horror movie. It's about a giant shark that goes around killing people. And what's not to like about that, But, that's one of the most iconic things you'll ever see in cinema is that classic poster of Jaws. I've actually got it hanging up on my wall on the other side that you can't see. But, yeah, very tense moments. The thing that works in this movie is what scares you is the things that you can't see. And that is one thing that I think makes horror movies is the fear of the unknown, the fear of what you don't see. I love it when a director can do that and keep the audience tense through the whole film. And that is something that Jaws definitely does to you. This is a movie you can watch over and over again, so definitely check out Jaws. Man, I'm talking a lot. I should make more videos of me being really sleep deprived. This is actually still in the cover. This, to me, I've talked about this before in another video, and I can't remember which one. I'm sorry because I want to burp again. Okay. But to me, this movie that I'm about to show you, this is a movie that I think that everybody should watch in their lifetime. Not because it entertains you, but because it gives you a lesson. It teaches you things, and that's one thing I love about movies. When the director and the actors connect on a certain level, and you've got a great story, and it teaches you something about life. And that is, if you can get the glare out, that is Born on the 4th of July. I definitely need to rewatch this. I haven't watched it on Blu-ray, but I remember sitting at home watching this, and I was amazed of how great this movie was. To me, this is Tom Cruise's best performance he's ever given, ever. An Oliver Stone movie, one of his 3-part trilogies that he did about the Vietnam War. Tom Cruise plays a teenager who doesn't really know where he's going in life, winds up going to Vietnam, gets severely injured, and goes against the protest of the Vietnam War. And it's something that you see this man's journey. This is a true story. And you see this man's journey through when he grew up to what he is now. He's still alive. But wow, this is a hard hitter. This is a great movie. If you like Tom Cruise, this is a different role for him. This is the best he's been. And Collateral was very good too. But this is the best he's ever been on screen. If you haven't watched this, you've got to, because this is, out of all these movies that I'm going to show you, this is the one movie that I would say everybody needs to watch, and that is Born on the 4th of July. Alright, going to hurry up for this 30-second booty. Did I just say booty? 30 seconds, sorry. They did a little 3-parters in some of theirs, so I'm going to do this, and that is Lord of the Rings. All of them. These are the director's cuts. I'm not going to hold this because it's heavy. What?